Hey guys, so today I just want to make a very quick video here. It's going to be a quick look at S Note for the Galaxy Note 2. So, this is my main smartphone, as you do know, and the S Pen is of course something that is pretty cool and interesting if you buy the Galaxy Notes. So, because of the big display and all those things. So, immediately when you take the pen out, as you can see, it goes to a page here. So you can discover your inner creativity. They are basically showing off the S Note app and a lot of layouts here you can use, like for a diary, a receipt, and a ton of these things. So you can also see the list here of things that I've been doing earlier. And if we go ahead, you can see, of course, we can just remove this thing, but it's kind of nice to have this shortcut, like immediately when you take out the pen, you can have, so you can have the S Note come and pop up. Yeah, that's his number. That's a buddy of mine. Of course, he will be here at 4, basically, today. So when we go ahead and create the notes, here is normal notes. If you're used to the normal Galaxy Note or the Note, the Samsung Galaxy Note from last year, the first thing you will notice here about the S Pen is that it's improved by a ton, and it's basically the sensitivity that I'm talking about. The sensitivity is so much more improved. When we go ahead, let's see here, if you select a big pen and a nice color there, you can see that immediately when you don't even touch the screen, you can see that it will notice what you're doing. Maybe not when you are in the pen mode, but when we go to the delete tool or eraser or whatever you're now calling it, you can see that I don't even touch the screen, but you can see kind of where I will land if I go down, you know. So that's pretty useful. And of course, if you go ahead and start it here from the side, this is basically the if you go to editor mode, there's 2 modes here. Basically, one is editor mode and one is like viewing mode, when you can move around on the screen if you have a lot of things going on. But of course, you can also zoom in, just like this. So let's say we create a guy here. There we go. We can immediately zoom in on that guy. Oops. That's why we should go to that mode. So created a guy there. Let's go to editor mode again. And of course you have different pen modes. You have the normal pen, you have different colors, you have, what else? Yeah, you can if you, let's say you have a picture over here and you want to have a specific color, you can use this mode over here to select that kind of spot and have that color. When we go down here, you can see that we can create some hair, and we can also change the thickness of the pen, so we can have a really big pen. And the harder you push down, the more you will see. So the sensitivity is really amazing compared to the original Galaxy Note. I'm probably going to make a quick comparison video with that. And if you go ahead and use the eraser tool now again, there we go. You can also see that we have another mode over here. This is basically for doing math, and if you're doing a lot of those things and calculations and cool things like that, this is very interesting and a quick, nice way to do some math. Let's see here, if we just go ahead and grab a normal pen. There we go. Let's say we want to know what 5 plus 5 minus 5 equals. Ooh, oops. Let's do it again. Of course, it's a little bit harder to do this behind the big camera. There we go, 5 plus 5. You can search. and it will bring up Wolfram Alpha. It would be good though if the S-Note app, if Samsung in the future could integrate Wolfram Alpha into the S-Note app, just as Apple did with Siri. Wolfram Alpha is basically integrated into Siri, but here it basically opens up the browser. Here we go. And if you go ahead and remove here pretty quick, you can also see that, of course, we have the normal pen if you just want to type, like with the keyboard. If you don't want to use the S Pen, of course, you can type normally. I mean, that's kind of obvious. And you have everything you need here, every single symbol. And of course, you can go and write with the pen as well. So if you want to create the A here, if you want to create the B over here, it's very, very easy. There we go, a 9, no, Q. Okay, there we go. So of course you can also use that text mode if you like those things. If you go ahead and go back to Eraser. Okay, that's interesting. The Eraser doesn't work on that. Weird. And then of course, this is very important. If you go back, regret what you've been doing. If you go ahead and tap down here, you can also see that we can have a normal page, or we can go to layout. And of course, this is something also that's very useful if you're typing a lot with the pen, or if you are drawing something or whatever, and let's say you're touching the screen with your hand, then you can enable this mode at the bottom, which basically means that you can't do anything. You can't you can't touch, you can't draw anything with your fingers. This is very good if you want to rest your hand on the screen. Very, very, very useful. I don't remember if that was a feature that was available on the original Galaxy Note in the S-Note app, but very, very, very extremely useful. If you go ahead and tap here, this is also very important. If you want to take a picture, import pictures, record a video, you want to have maps, or you want to import that, you want to import forms, then you tap over there, and then we can import whatever, and then you get a ton of tools here to make it bigger or remove it or whatever you want to do. So very, very, very useful, I gotta say. And then of course you can record something like hello. As you can see, it works. Now we also have a mode up here which I'm really not sure. Yeah, you can record when you're drawing something basically. I'm not quite sure how you find those kind of sequences later, but they shouldn't be that hard to find. And then of course, if you want to search for something with Wolfram Alpha, you can just go ahead and type in here with either your S Pen app or with the keyboard. So a quick demonstration here there of the S-Note app. I'm using it kind of like daily to write down things, and it really is amazing. Especially for me, that's coming from original Galaxy Note. That first, the pen is bigger, the sensitivity is better, the pen has a different kind of form factor, which makes it easier to hold, and also makes it easier to find this button down here that you may want to use sometimes. So I'm probably also going to make a video about another cool thing that you can do with the S Pen app that I use kind of a lot when I want to do some fun, when I want to take a screenshot, and when I want to draw something. So yeah, I'm probably going to make a video about that, but not in this video. This is just a quick demonstration here of a little bit of S Pen and showing off the S-Note app. But I think it's awesome, it's great, it is the best. Yeah, have a good one.